We call the meeting of the Redevelopment Authority to order. First item on the agenda is our roll call.
Ted Penn,
Here.
Julie Van Straten, Carol Carls,
Here.
Kendall Dvorak,
Here.
Lisa Vanden Avond, Joe Van Derzen,
Here.
Jerry Henry Gillis.
Here.
So we do have a quorum.
Yes.
Item 2, approval of the minutes of the October 28, 2024 Redevelopment Authority meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Anybody? No? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, item 3 is a public comment on matters not on the agenda. Comments made during the public comment period shall pertain only to matters under the jurisdiction of the Redevelopment Authority 63F DPMC. Is there anybody planning to speak? I guess they could do it on the speaker too, couldn't they? So,
You gotta speak into the mic. Nobody can hear you. Is your mic on?
yeah. Do we have to, how many times do I have to say that, Tony? More than one?
3 is probably best, but
3?
yeah.
Okay. Item 3, public comment on matters not on the agenda. Comments made during the public comment period shall pertain only to matters under the jurisdiction of the Redevelopment Authority 63F DPMC. Anybody have anything to say to the Redevelopment Authority? Doesn't appear that there is, so we'll just go through this one more time. Public comment on matters not on the agenda. Comments made during the public comment period pertaining only to matters under the jurisdiction of the Redevelopment Authority 63F DPMC. Is there anybody for the last time that would like to speak before the Redevelopment Authority at this time? Hearing none, and we've said this 3 times, I think we're good to move on to the next item on our agenda, which is item 4, consideration and possible action on Resolution RDA 2501 in the matter of a relocation order for 2535 Lawrence Drive. So who wants to start that off?
I can start that off. So good evening. Thank you all for coming in for the meeting tonight. Essentially, what we're here for is a proposed resolution to ask that you approve the adoption of for tonight. What this is in respect to is the property located at 2535 Lawrence Drive. As you may recall, back in November, we had some discussions and we went through the beginning part of the process as far as declaring that property blighted. It's located basically on Garriman Drive. It's the G&G Rebuilders property that certainly has quite a history of problems that have been going on and are continuing to go on with respect to the condition of the property as well as back taxes, things of that nature, as you may be familiar with from our previous meetings. So as part of that process, what you did previously is adopted a resolution to declare that property as blighted. And as part of that process, now we're proceeding forward with the acquisition of that property and the condemnation process. So as you recall, you adopted a resolution declaring the property as blighted. Then there was a joint meeting with the council, again, to adopt and make that finding. And then thereafter, the council has adopted a resolution authorizing the RDA to acquire this property. And so what we're here for tonight is the next step in the process, and that is the resolution that's in front of you, which is essentially to adopt a relocation order for that property located at 2535 Lawrence Drive, as well as a finding of a resolution of necessity. And so the draft resolution is contained in your packet. As part of the condemnation process, this is the next step. And once this would be adopted, then we would continue along with moving forward with acquiring the property through condemnation. So with that, certainly answer any questions that you may have.
Anybody have any? Joe?
Once we adopt this resolution, how long will it take before we actually acquire that property?
It's somewhat dependent upon a few things as part of the process. I would say the shortest period of time we're looking at is 120 days. It could be anywhere up to 240 days. After that, maybe even longer. It depends upon the property owner. Certainly has not been very responsive or necessarily cooperative as part of this process, so that may create a little bit of delay, but at the same point, we're prepared to move forward and do everything that we can from our part of the process to move this as quickly as possible. There is
Has the
just,
record owner of the property contacted the city or the county or any?
not that we're aware of as.
So they have not
as of
made
today.
any contact, or do they have any idea what's going on?
That's a good question. We have not had any contact or heard anything from them, so we don't know whether they have any knowledge. We've certainly gone through the notification and notice process that we are required to by law. And then we'll continue to do that. As part of this process, we'll make continue attempts to have contact with them. And if they do not cooperate, then what we'll do is we'll get a special inspection warrant and we'll proceed forward with getting access to the property.
Anybody else have anything you'd like to ask Tony at this point? I think it's just part of the process, and we're kind of taking it one step at a time according to the rules and regs and whatever laws we have to abide by to do it.
That's correct.
Do we have to have a reading of the resolution?
You do not.
No.
Yeah, I would just ask for approval of the resolution, and I think a roll call vote would be best as well.
Motion to approve the resolution?
Second.
Been moved in second to approve Resolution RDA 2501. Any further,
We need a roll call,
Roll
vote,
call.
you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay, any further discussion by anybody? Okay, if not, roll call vote, you'll call your name and
Jerry Henry Gillis,
Approve.
Joe Van Derzen,
Yes.
Ted Penn.
yes.
Carol Carls.
Yes.
Lisa Vandenhoven.
Yes.
Kendall DeVorick.
Yes.
Okay, so that has been approved and we'll move forward with the next step. I don't think we have anything else other than the adjournment. Is there any final comment you have on any of this?
Nothing further.
Okay,
Motion to
Thank you.
adjourn?
then moved. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.